What's up, everybody? Honcho hooked it up with a Cybertruck roof rack. This is their complete set. They come, you could option it out in like a 2-piece or a 4-piece unit, so you don't have to go all the way across. If you just want to mount it onto your roof and not cover the bed, then you could just get the 2-piece option, which is cheaper. And then if you just want the whole thing, if you have large lumber or kayaks and whatnot, that you want the whole 4-piece set, then you go ahead and go with the 4-piece set. I have it kind of laid out right here. You can see the 4 crossbars. It's kind of unique in the fact that they're not all the same length. So back here, the 4th crossbar is actually the longest because it's the longest back here. And then when it goes up into the roof, it gets a lot more narrow. So you can see that this first crossbar is going to be the shortest. I'm just going to go ahead and try to install it, and then I'm just going to walk through it with you. And you can kind of see they kind of make it dummy proof. They label it, they number it 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4th being the one on the rear, and the first one going to be the one that's on the very front. Then you can see on these brackets, this one's labeled number 1, RH1, right hand, and then over there you could see the left hand and the 4 brackets there, and then all these other ones, they're going to be the same. They're just going to say right hand. So these are going to be interchangeable, but you're going to make sure that the first one is going to be labeled RH1. What's kind of cool about this Cybertruck is it already has the mounting locations for you. All you got to do is push in like that, and you could access the screws. Tesla makes it really simple. And I think, so that's the second one. We're gonna try to mount all 4 today. And I think the one on the very top actually has power to it. Let's see. Yeah, you could see this one. It's already pre-wired for power. Tesla's already thought about everything. So once you wanna maybe put some Christmas lights on your crossbars or an LED bar later on, you could go ahead and do so. I've seen it here. If you go to outlets, you could see the power feed roof option. Once we do get something put up there, that'd be cool. Power feed frunk, I don't see the outlet, but I think if you detach some of the stuff up there, you could see it, and these are going to be the outlets inside the car and in the bed. I'm in the middle of installing these towers, and what I'm realizing is you need some washers where the threads meet. You can see how these brackets are created, really solid, aluminum heavy, except this whole sail applique, it's just plastic, and then up there is also plastic, so it's floating and it's resting on the sail applique. And you would think with these mounts they would mount securely on here, but you can see that it's not contacting all the way to the bottom here. So once you start installing the nuts on these, it just pushes the tower down like this, so it's loose. So what you're gonna have to do is get some washers and extend it so it doesn't just wiggle like that. All right, Honcho roof rack coming through. Here we go with the final product, okay? We could fit so much stuff on this. Got a huge ladder. I don't even know how big this one, I'm guessing like 40 feet, I don't know. But I do have the measuring tape out, so we can measure that out. I'm thinking maybe actually 25. It's embellishing quite a bit. But anyways, plenty of room on this roof rack. We got room for snowboards, surfboards, ladder, and then of course everything in your 6-foot bed for all your extra equipment. And you're gonna be like, when are we ever gonna need all these things combined? Well, I live here in Huntington Beach. You could easily surfboard, surf in the morning, and then you could go ahead and stop by Riverside at your rental properties, fix some things up, dial some things in, and then you could go snowboarding in Big Bear in the afternoon. That's what you get when you live here in Orange County. So anyways, Honcho coming through. Let's see here. So I got the measuring tape out. From point to point, it's about 9 feet and 9.3 feet, okay? And then obviously you could overhang. So without the overhang on the back, and you got a little bit of overhang on the front, that's 10 feet. 10 feet length worth of things. You could obviously go bigger, strap it down. This is obviously just for demonstrative purposes only. I do have the snowboard attachments, and will just go ahead and strap that ladder down properly. It is both loose right now, but it's just for you guys to get an idea of what it's gonna look like. So, looking like a boss. That's what it looks like. Functional, has good form, we good. A little bit of aerial perspective. So much space for everything.